I hope I'm audible to everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. All right. So let's begin today's class. So we are mostly going to deal with maps today. थोड़ा सा हम स्टार्ट करेंगे आज पहले मैप्स के साथ में, दैट इज ओशन करंट्स. ओशन करंट्स आपसे पूछे जा सकते हैं आपके प्रीलिम्स के पेपर में. हाँ, यस ज्योति, आज टुडे यू विल गेट ऑल द पीडीएफ यस्टरडे एंड टुडेस. दोनों पीडीएफ आपको साथ में मिल जाएंगे. यू विल गेट इट टुडे. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स बिगिन. All right. So we'll begin with the first one. That is, so we have, yes, you all will get the, Sushant, I think so they are there, but we are going to cover from our own map. All right, we are going to cover from our own map. So today's class, we are exclusively dealing with maps. All right, so in today's class, we are exclusively going to deal with maps. There are multiple maps we will be looking into. One of the map is that of ocean currents. All right. After that, we will look into important straits of the world. We'll be looking into some important deserts. We'll be looking into the passes of India. All right. And then I will give you a map in which you will be like marking the important lakes, natural lakes and reservoirs. Okay, so let's start. Yeah, yes, Ashna, you will be able to. There's no problem with that. All right. So let's first start with the ocean currents. All right. Now, before we go to the ocean currents, I would like to tell you one thing. There is no certainty कि वो आपसे कौन से current के बारे में पूछ लेंगे. In your examination, there is no certainty as what ocean currents they are going to ask you. But the prominent one, the prominent ocean currents that I will make you understand the location. They might ask you that ये current कौन से ocean में है. This can be one of the question. Or they might ask you about which of the following current is located in this ocean. All right, so this way locational aspect with respect to ocean currents can be asked. So ocean currents का map हम करेंगे. So let us first open the ocean currents map. You will get this, you're going to get this PDF. You need not worry about it. All right, just ये हम important passes भी करेंगे आज. All these maps, these are like you can say these are the maps that I once prepared way long back. All right, you will get them in the PDF, so you need not worry. So let's begin with the important ocean currents. All right, so this is just for the sake of clarity. This is Asia. Yeah. All right, so this is Asia. Yes, Sandeep, that's right. So this is Asia. And we'll be looking first into the ocean currents in Pacific Ocean. This is Pacific Ocean. Let me change the ink of the pen so that it's better visible. This is Pacific Ocean. So we'll be looking into the currents of Pacific Ocean. Okay? You will find this map to be heavy in information, but मैं आपको सिर्फ वो ओशन करंट्स करवाऊंगा जो आपके एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, देखो, बिफोर गोइंग अहेड, let me first define what an ocean current is. Now, if you look at the world, the ocean water, it is not stagnant. Ocean water is not stagnant. There is a constant flow of ocean water in a very defined path. From equator the ocean currents start moving towards the poles, and then from poles, using different routes, the ocean currents start moving towards the equator. So this huge amount of ocean water moving in a definite path, that is known as the ocean current. That is known as ocean current. There are different type of ocean currents. You can classify the ocean currents into two: cold ocean current and warm ocean current. Cold ocean current will be those ocean currents that will be moving from pole to the equator, and warm ocean currents will be the one that will be moving from equator to the poles. That means that what does this mean? It means that ocean currents, they can regulate, ocean currents can regulate, ocean currents, they can regulate the temperature of the earth. They take excessive heat from the equatorial region. They take the excessive heat from the equatorial region and take that heat towards what is basically called as the polar region. And they bring the cold water from the polar regions to the equatorial region. So ocean currents, they actually, they regulate the heat of the earth. That is, they take excess heat from the surface or the equator towards the pole. This is the basic functioning of what is known as the ocean currents. Now, we first look into the ocean currents. All right, you will make the list according to the number, and you need not write all the ocean currents, because all ocean currents are not important from your examination point of view. Let's first begin with the number one. I hope you can see the number one on your screen. Can you see this number one, the first ocean current? Number one. This ocean current, it is called as the equatorial, north equatorial, list बना लो साथ में, north equatorial ocean current. North equatorial ocean current, and bracket में लिख दो Pacific. So this ocean current, let me draw this line. This is equator. This is equator. इक्वेटर के नॉर्दर्न पार्ट पे एक पानी का बहाव है जो ईस्ट टू वेस्ट फ्लो करता है. There is a constant flow of water, ocean water, from east towards west in the tropical waters of the ocean just above the equator and just below the equator. This current just above the equator in Pacific Ocean, it is known as the North Equatorial Ocean Current of Pacific Ocean. Now you can look at number 3. If you look at number 3 represents nothing but South Equatorial Ocean Current of Pacific Ocean. This North Equatorial Ocean Current and South Equatorial Ocean Current, they are warm water currents. They are warm water currents because they are located in the equatorial region. And equatorial region, you all know that it is the area that receives the maximum amount of heat. Equatorial region is the region that receives the maximum amount of heat, and because of this reason, the ocean current in the equatorial regions of the continent oceans, they are warm. So the first one is North Equatorial Ocean Current of Pacific Ocean. The number 3 is South Equatorial Ocean Current of Pacific Ocean. Is this point clear? Both North Equatorial Ocean Current and South Equatorial Ocean Current, they flow from east towards west. They flow from east towards west. Is this point clear? The general motion of movement of ocean current, is it clear to all of you? Correct. ठीक है. Now, ये जो ocean current है, if you look at the ocean current, that is the North Equatorial Ocean Current as well as the South Equatorial Ocean Current, it take the water from east to west. जब ये west के अंदर पानी लेकर जाएगा, there will be large amount of water that will be collected in the western direction. When large amount of water will be collected in the western direction, Then between the northern equatorial ocean current and southern equatorial ocean current एक उल्टा करंट चालू हो जाता है from west to east direction. There's a, you can see on your screens, between the north equatorial ocean current and south equatorial ocean current, a current of water begins moving towards eastern direction from western direction, which is marked as number 2 in your diagram. If you pay attention to the diagram, there is number 2 mark, which is between number 1 and number 3. All right, this number 2, it is what it is known as the counter equatorial current. It is known as the counter equatorial current. The counter equatorial current, सुशांत आप सिर्फ नाम लिखते जाओ. नंबर 1 लिखो, उसके आगे लिखो नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल करंट पैसिफिक ओशन. नंबर 2 लिखो काउंटर इक्वेटोरियल करंट पैसिफिक ओशन. नंबर 3 लिखो साउथ इक्वेटोरियल करंट पैसिफिक ओशन. उनका नाम लिखो बस आप. बाकी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स मैं आपको बता रहा हूं कि जैसे नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल ओशन करंट है और साउथ इक्वेटोरियल ओशन करंट है, दे मूव फ्रॉम ईस्ट टू वेस्ट. ऑलराइट, 1 and 3 they both move from east to west, which result into accumulation of lot of water in the western Pacific Ocean, जिसकी वजह से कुछ पानी का हिस्सा इन दोनों ओशन करंट्स के बीच में से वापस से ईस्ट की तरफ चलना स्टार्ट कर देता है. That is known as the counter equatorial current, which is given by the number 2 in your diagram. Is this point clear to all of you? Are these three ocean currents? Can you locate them? Can you locate number 1, 2 and 3? Right? Chaliye. Now, next is, now as you know कि जो वेस्टर्न पैसिफिक ओशन है, वेस्टर्न पैसिफिक ओशन में देयर इज एक्यूमुलेशन ऑफ वाटर. द वाटर इज ब्रॉट बाय द इक्वेटोरियल करंट्स फ्रॉम ईस्ट टू वेस्ट, which result into accumulation of water in the western Pacific Ocean. So what happened, this accumulated water, yes Harman, all these are warm water currents. All right, all right, संदीप एक सेकंड में आपको एक्सप्लेन करता हूं, होल्ड करो. देखिए, if you pay attention, so let's make the Pacific Ocean all right, this is Australia, this is Japan, this is Asia, और यहाँ बहुत सारा आइलैंड ग्रुप्स हैं. ठीक है, so this is Pacific Ocean. इक्वेटर के यहाँ पे there is a movement of water begin from eastern Pacific Ocean towards western Pacific Ocean. This is known as the north equatorial ocean current. Then simultaneously in the southern hemisphere there is a south equatorial ocean current that take water from eastern Pacific Ocean to western Pacific Ocean. This results into accumulation of lot of water in the western Pacific Ocean, जिसकी वजह से ये lot of water 3 डायरेक्शन में मूव करना स्टार्ट करता है. 1, it moves towards north, 2nd it moves towards south, और एक नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल करंट और साउथ इक्वेटोरियल करंट के बीच में से एक पानी की धारा वापस से ईस्ट की तरफ मूव करती है, विच इज नोन एज काउंटर इक्वेटोरियल करंट. ये आपका पॉइंट नंबर 2 था. ये ओशन करंट नंबर 1 है, ये ओशन करंट नंबर 3 है. This is what we discussed. Is this point clear, Sandeep? Right? Now, there is an excess accumulation of water. There is an excess accumulation of water here, जिसकी वजह से ये excess accumulated water start moving, 1, towards the north. 2nd, it starts moving towards the south. Right? Now, जो ये ऊपर की तरफ पानी गया, it is warm water It is warm water current, and this warm water current is known as Kuroshio. Kuroshio, Kuroshio current. Important है. अभी तक मैंने आपको 4 नाम बोले हैं. Number 1 was North Equatorial Current in Pacific Ocean. Number 2 was Counter Equatorial Current Pacific Ocean. Number 3 is South Equatorial Current Pacific Ocean. Right? These 3 I have told you. Fourth is this warm water current, Kuroshio current, Kuroshio. ये चारों करंट पैसिफिक ओशन में लोकेटेड है और ये वार्म वाटर करंट है. दे आर टेकिंग द वार्म वाटर टुवर्ड्स द नॉर्थ. जो कुरोशियो करंट है, कुरोशियो करंट इज टेकिंग द वार्म वाटर. कुरोशियो करंट इज टेकिंग द वार्म वाटर फ्रॉम. See, the image is heavy because of this. You can see that it's taking a lot of time to load, but never mind. Now, so if you pay attention to this diagram, you will see that there is number 4. This number 4 is taking the warm water from the equatorial region towards the northern areas. This number 4 is basically known as Kuroshio current. Kuroshio, Kuroshio current, which is again warm ocean current. Is this point clear? Okay, so the fourth ocean current is Kuroshio, which is taking the tropical waters towards northern Pacific Ocean, represented by number 4 in your sheet. Now, next important current is number 7. This is number 7. Number 7 is a cold water current जो आपके ठंडे पानी को नॉर्थ से साउथ की तरफ लेकर आ रहा है. So can you locate number 7 in your sheet? Can you locate number 7, everyone? Is number 7 located in the sheet? This number 7, this current is known as Okhotsk current. Okhotsk. Okhotsk current. Okhotsk. This is Okhotsk current. It is cold water current and it is located in Pacific Ocean. Okhotsk current is cold water current located in Pacific Ocean. Number 4 जो था, what was the name of number 4? Number 4 name is Kuroshio current. Kuroshio. Kuroshio. All right, it is warm ocean current. कौन से ओशन में है? पैसिफिक ओशन में. राइट, ठीक है. मैं एक काम करता हूँ, इस मैप पे ही मार्क कर देता हूँ, बाद में आपको ये मैप ही फॉरवर्ड कर दिया जाएगा. राइट, ओके, ऑलराइट. नो डॉक्टर रचना, ओयाशियो अलग है. ऑलराइट, नंबर 1 वाज नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल करंट इन पैसिफिक ओशन. Number 3 was South Equatorial Current in Pacific Ocean. All right. This number 2 was Counter Equatorial Current in Pacific Ocean. So we have now looked into 5 important currents of your Pacific Ocean. The 5th one is written as number 7, which is known as Okhotsk current. अब आप बोलोगे सर आपने हमें 5-6 नंबर क्यों नहीं करवाया? 5-6 number is way too minute detail not to be done. वैसे अगर आपको नाम याद रखना है या just for the sake of learning, तो ये जो नंबर 5 है, नंबर 5 का नाम है सुशिमा करंट. TSUSHIMA. सुशिमा करंट. Again, it is cold in Pacific Ocean. Sorry, warm, not cold. It is warm. Warm current. आपको पेपर के लिए जो करंट याद रखने हैं मैं उसके आगे स्टार मार्क कर देता हूं. ऑलराइट, आई विल पुट अ स्टार मार्क इन फ्रंट ऑफ द ओशन करंट व्हिच आर इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम योर एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. नंबर 6 दैट यू कैन सी हियर, जो आपके जापान के बीच में फ्लो कर रहा है. नंबर 6 इज लीमान करंट. LIMAN, लीमान, बट इट इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम योर एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. So from examination point of view, we have done 5 important currents. Number 1 is north equatorial current in Pacific Ocean, counter equatorial current in Pacific Ocean, south equatorial current in Pacific Ocean, Kuroshio current in Pacific Ocean, Okhotsk current in Pacific Ocean. ये पांचों करंट लोकेट हो गए तो प्लीज टाइप यस. Now the next important current from your examination point of view is number 9. All right. Next important current from your examination point of view is number 9, and the name of that current is nothing but Oyashio. All right, Oyashio current. ठीक है, Oyashio current देखिए number 9. This is Oyashio. Oyashio. Oyashio current is a cold current in Pacific Ocean. Here number 4 is Kuroshio. Kuroshio. Number 4 is Kuroshio. Number 9 is Oyashio. Kuroshio is a warm current. Oyashio is a cold current. Is this point clear? Can you locate number 9 Oyashio and number 4 Kuroshio? So 6 important water current in Pacific Ocean from your examination point of view is Oyashio. Coming to next important ocean current from your examination point of view is in Southern Pacific Ocean, which is located as number 12. This is known as East Australian current. It is known as East Australian current. So East Australian current is number 12, which flows along the eastern coast of Australia. All right. So if you mark, this is Australia, this is the eastern coast of Australia. ईस्टर्न कोस्ट ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया के वहां से गर्म पानी का करंट फ्लो करता है जिसका नाम है ईस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन करंट. ऑलराइट, यस दैट्स राइट. सो नाउ ये जो ईस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन करंट है इसके बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए. द ग्रेटेस्ट कोरल रीफ इन द वर्ल्ड इज द, बताओ कौन सी है? व्हाट इज द लार्जेस्ट कोरल रीफ इन द वर्ल्ड? यस, वेरी गुड सुशांत. इट इज अ वार्म ओशन करंट. जो ईस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन करंट है इट इज द वार्म ओशन करंट इन पैसिफिक ओशन. वेरी गुड. द ग्रेट बैरियर रीफ. ऑलराइट. सो कोरल्स जो हैं, कोरल्स आर marine organisms which are like green evergreen forest of oceans. Corals survive in warm waters, not cold waters. ये जो ईस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन करंट है it is related with Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef is located in eastern Australian waters, जहां पे गर्म पानी आता है इक्वेटर से, which is known as East Australian current. Is this point clear? Yes, that's right. That's correct, Dropti. अब देखो, if I minimize it, this is Antarctica. This is Antarctica. Antarctica के चारों तरफ ये जो पानी है, which is given as point number 14. This water flow around Antarctica without any kind of barrier, and this 14th point is known as the circumpolar current. It is known as circumpolar current. It is cold water current which goes around the entire earth. It is the cold water current that goes around entire earth, around the Antarctica continent. Is it clear? The circumpolar current, can you locate it? It is given as point number 14 in the diagram. Now, ये जो 14, ये जो circumpolar current है, it is the source of this circumpolar current. It is the source of all, it is the source of all cold currents in southern hemisphere. It is a source of all currents in सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर। सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर से जितने भी ठंडे वाटर के करंट्स निकलते हैं नॉर्थ की तरफ, उसका सोर्स कौन सा है? पॉइंट नंबर 14 विच इज नोन एज सर्कमपोलर वर्ल्ड। याद हो आपको, मैंने आपको बताया था कि जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के वेस्टर्न कोस्ट पे आपको बहुत सारे डेजर्ट देखने को मिलते हैं। आपको अफ्रीका के वेस्टर्न कोस्ट पे डेजर्ट देखने को मिलेंगे, आपको साउथ अमेरिका के वेस्टर्न कोस्ट पे डेजर्ट देखने को मिलेंगे, जो आज हम देखेंगे। ऑलराइट, so all these regions, they are experiencing, all these regions are experiencing the deserts because of the cold water current. This cold water current is emerging from point number 14, which is known as circumpolar current. The circumpolar current water navigates towards the north. It navigates towards the north in the form of cold water current, leading to prominent deserts, leading to prominent deserts on the western margins of the continent, जो हमने पहले discuss किया था, right? So now, if you pay attention, the next important current from your examination point of view is current number 15 given in your sheet, and the name of this current, can you tell me what is the name of the current as point number 15? हमने कर रखा है ये discuss. Very good, Siddharth. Humboldt. Tejinder Benguela current is in Africa. This is very good. Peruvian current. That's perfect. So it is Peruvian current, or you can call it as Humboldt. Humbolt. Peruvian current or Humboldt current. It is a cold water current in Atlantic Ocean. It is a not Atlantic Ocean, pardon me. It is a cold water current in Pacific Ocean. It is a cold water current in Pacific Ocean. Peruvian current or Humboldt current. This is the next important current. Now this Peruvian current or Humboldt current is responsible for development of a desert located at this place. This is known as Atacama Desert. This is known as Atacama Desert. यहाँ पे एक और डेजर्ट लोकेटेड है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कोल्ड वाटर करंट विच इज नोन एज अल्टीप्लानो. ये हम यहाँ नहीं देखेंगे. वी आर गोइंग टू हैव अ लुक एट दीज व्हेन वी विल बी डूइंग द मैप रिलेटेड टू डेजर्ट. ऑलराइट, सो दिस कोल्ड वाटर करंट, that is the Peruvian current or Humboldt current, it results into development of a desert called Atacama. Is this point clear? Next important current is again South America, which is given as point number 16. So point number 16, ये जो current आप देख रहे हो, this current is a cold water current and name of this current is Falkland current. Falkland. Falkland current. Falkland current is a cold water current. ये, can you see this island that I am painting as red? Can you see this island that I have just right now painted as red? This island is known as Falkland Island. ये जो island है, it is known as Falkland Island. ये जो Falkland Island है, यहाँ से एक ठंडा पानी का करंट नॉर्थ की तरफ निकलता है, which is known as the Falkland current. Now this Falkland current, as well as the Peruvian current, it results into development of another very important desert in southern South America. This, yes, Sarpreet, that's right, it's a UK territory. ये जो desert develop होता है because of Falkland current and Humboldt current, this desert is known as the mighty Patagonia Desert. It is Patagonia Desert. Is this point clear to all of you? The Patagonia Desert. Patagonia Desert is associated with two water currents. The first one is the Humboldt current, which is located on the western margin of South America, and cold water current called Falkland current, which is located on the eastern margins of South America. So the next important current that we have just discussed is current number 16, that is Falkland. Is this point clear? The Falkland current. चलिए अब हम इंडियन ओशन की तरफ आते हैं. लेट्स कम टू इंडियन ओशन साइड. ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज इंडियन ओशन. So now we are going to discuss some of the ocean currents of Indian Ocean. Falkland is in Atlantic. Falkland Island is in Atlantic Ocean. Rakesh, Atlantic Ocean है Falkland Island and Falkland current as well. So let's look at Indian Ocean. So देखिए, जैसे आपका नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल ओशन करंट है पैसिफिक ओशन के अंदर, वैसे ही नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल करंट इंडियन ओशन का भी एग्जिस्ट करता है. The way there is a north equatorial current in Pacific Ocean, there is also a north equatorial current in Indian Ocean. It is given in your sheet as current number 18. All right. जो आपका नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल करंट, साउथ इक्वेटोरियल करंट नंबर 10 नहीं है, 18 है वो. संदीप, it is 18. All right. So north equatorial current, south equatorial current, and counter equatorial current. These three you will find in Pacific Ocean. You are going to find the same in Indian Ocean. You are going to find same in Atlantic Ocean. So if you look at the Atlantic Ocean, just a minute, hold on. If you look at Atlantic Ocean, here it is. Yeah. So this current number 26, 27 and 29, they are same as 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3, they are in Pacific Ocean. 26, 27 and 29, they are in Atlantic Ocean. So if 1 is the north equatorial current in India in Pacific Ocean, 26 will become the north equatorial current in Atlantic Ocean. 2 is counter equatorial current in Pacific Ocean. 27 will become the counter equatorial current in Atlantic Ocean. Similarly, number 3 is the south equatorial current in Pacific Ocean. It will become 29 will become the south equatorial current in Atlantic Ocean. Is this point clear? Similarly, जो 18 है, 18 is the north equatorial current in Indian Ocean. उसी की तरह एक काउंटर इक्वेटोरियल करंट इंडियन ओशन में भी देखने को मिलेगा और एक काउंटर इक्वेटोरियल करंट और सदर्न इक्वेटोरियल करंट आपको देखने को मिलेगा इंडियन ओशन के अंदर. ऑलराइट, लेट्स गो अहेड. नाउ अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट करंट दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. सो ये जो नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल करंट और साउथ इक्वेटोरियल करंट है इंडियन ओशन का, वो यहाँ ले जाके एक्सेस अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर कलेक्ट करवा देता है नियर द कोस्ट ऑफ अफ्रीका. Near the coast of Africa, huge amount of water is accumulated. जैसे आपने पैसिफिक ओशन में देखा कि वेस्टर्न पैसिफिक ओशन में बहुत सारा पानी आके इकट्ठा हो जाता है, जो एक काउंटर इक्वेटोरियल करंट की तरह मूव करना चल देता है, या फिर कुरोशियो करंट की तरह नॉर्थ में चल देता है, या ईस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन करंट की तरह साउथ में चल देता है. वैसे ही you can see that in case of Indian Ocean, the excess water that is collected towards the Horn of Africa, towards East Africa, क्योंकि नॉर्थ में there is a very little possibility of movement, most of the water starts moving towards the south. All right, most of the water starts moving towards the south. So यहाँ पे if you can see the area that I will just shade it, this is Somalian coast. Africa में this is Somalian coast. SOMALIAN, Somalian coast. Somalian coast के साथ साथ जो पानी नीचे जाता है, it is known as Somalian current. So next important ocean current from your examination point of view, तीनों ocean. संदीप, तीनों ocean, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. मेघना, एक्चुअली यू कैन वहां पे मैं नंबर लिखना भूल गया था. ऑलराइट, 1920 इग्नोर कर दो. संदीप, इग्नोर 1920. दे आर वे टू माइन्यूट करंट्स टू बी आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम. बस आप ये याद रखो, इन पैसिफिक, सॉरी, इन इंडियन ओशन, द वाटर दैट इज ब्रॉट टुवर्ड्स द Western Indian Ocean by the North Equatorial Current and South Equatorial Current. It moves towards the south, and when it moves towards the south, it is known as Somalian Current. So ये number 22 जो है, number 22, it is the Somalian Current. All right. यहाँ पे there is a place called Agulhas. तो ये जो point number 23 है, this current is known as Agulhas current. ये important है आपके GS के ocean currents के regarding. So the water that is brought about the North Equatorial Current in Indian Ocean and South Equatorial Current in Indian Ocean, it starts moving towards south. All right, it starts moving towards south near the coast of Somalia. So this number 22, it is known as the Somalian current, which goes down, and in the south, near the South Africa, this Somalian current becomes Agulhas current. The Somalian current becomes Agulhas current. Agulhas current is given as number 23 in your sheet. Is this clear to all of you? Can you all locate Agulhas current? Agulhas current is located in south of Africa as point number 23. Now, next important ocean current is your number 25. This number 25 is emerging from the circumpolar ocean current, and this is known as the West Australian current. This is known as the West Australian current. West Australian current is a cold water current of Indian Ocean. Equatorial current. Vikram, इसका simple सा नाम रख दो. Equatorial current. It will consist of three things: North Equatorial current, Counter Equatorial current, and Southern Equatorial current. संदीप, Agulhas is warm water current. देखो, आप अपने डायग्राम में अगर देखोगे, इस डायग्राम के अंदर जो डैश वाले करंट्स हैं, जो करंट्स डैश में शो कर रखे हैं, दे आर कोल्ड वाटर करंट्स, और जो करंट्स सॉलिड लाइन में शो कर रखे हैं, जो करंट्स सॉलिड लाइन में शो कर रखे हैं, दे आर वार्म वाटर करंट्स. सो लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल, if you pay attention to 22 and 23, they all are shown in solid lines, so they are warm water currents. और जो ये नीचे आप देखोगे, those currents which are represented as dash arrows, they are cold water currents. Is this point clear, all of you? ये Indian Ocean के important ocean currents हैं. Now let us go to the Atlantic Ocean. All right, so let's pay attention to the Atlantic Ocean. In Atlantic Ocean, you will see the equatorial currents. 14 and 15. Okay, hold karo ek second. Where is 12? Here. Okay. ये रहा. Yes. ये देखो here. If you can see the diagram, ये नंबर 14 जो है, ये पूरे के पूरे अर्थ को कवर करता है अराउंड एंटार्क्टिका. उसका एक पार्ट नॉर्थ की तरफ निकलता है, which is known as 15, that is Peruvian current or Humboldt current. Is it clear here? Yes, Draupadi, that's correct. जो करंट आपके एंटार्क्टिका या आर्कटिक साइड से आ रहे हैं, वो कोल्ड वाटर करंट्स हैं, और जो इक्वेटर से पोल्स की तरफ जा रहे हैं या इक्वेटर में ही घूम रहे हैं, वो वार्म वाटर करंट्स हैं. So North Equatorial Current, Counter Equatorial Current, Southern Equatorial Current, in all the three oceans, they will be warm water currents, and all the currents that are moving from equator to the poles are warm water currents. All the currents that are coming from equator, from poles to the equator, they are cold water currents. Good. So now if you pay attention to the Atlantic Ocean, all right, so let's say this is Atlantic Ocean. So in Atlantic Ocean, you can see that there are equatorial currents named, numbered as 26, 27 and 29. ठीक है? 26 is your north equatorial current in Atlantic Ocean. 27 is counter equatorial current in Atlantic Ocean, and 29 is southern equatorial current in Atlantic Ocean. Southern equatorial current in Atlantic Ocean. Is it clear to all of you the three equatorial currents? North equatorial current Atlantic, counter equatorial current Atlantic, southern equatorial current Atlantic. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now ये जो equatorial currents हैं Atlantic Ocean में, they bring and accumulate warm water in this region of the world. जो आपका साउथ अमेरिका है, साउथ अमेरिका के जो ब्राजीलियन कोस्ट है, ऑलराइट, जो ब्राजीलियन कोस्ट है, that is your eastern coast of South America, warm water is accumulated by the water, that is by the currents that are known as the equatorial currents in Atlantic Ocean, that consist of three currents. Number one, it is north equatorial current, second is counter equatorial current, and third is south equatorial current. Now this water that is accumulated near the Brazilian coast in South America, it moves in the north as well as the south direction. In the north it moves this way, all right, then it passes through the group of islands located here. जो आपका साउथ अमेरिका है, साउथ अमेरिका के नॉर्थ में जो ग्रुप ऑफ आइलैंड्स है उनको क्या बोलते हैं? यहां से क्रिकेट टीम भी आती है. Quickly tell me what you call the group of islands located on north of South America. A cricket team also comes from here. Very good, Navdeep. The cricket team is West Indies, but the name of the islands, yes, Meghna, yes, Tejinder, you are right. It is Caribbean. Caribbean. Caribbean islands are located north of South America. So ये जो वाटर है, जो ट्रॉपिकल वाटर है, जो वार्म वाटर है, जो आपके इक्वेटोरियल करंट्स लेकर आते हैं, जो वार्म वाटर है जो आपके इक्वेटोरियल करंट्स लेकर आते हैं, एंड वो नॉर्थ की तरफ मूव करता है. तो नंबर 33 यू कैन सी ऑन योर स्क्रीन. दिस नंबर 33 इज नोन एज द कैरिबियन करंट. नंबर 33 इज नोन एज कैरिबियन करंट. Caribbean current is warm water current located in Atlantic Ocean. Is this point clear, everyone? Can you locate the Caribbean current? Can you all locate Caribbean current? Good. So now, after this Caribbean current enter into this water body. This is Mexico. यहाँ पे कौन सी कंट्री है? Mexico. Mexico के सामने you can see this water body. This water body is known as Gulf of Mexico. All right. This water body is known as Gulf of Mexico. So this Caribbean current, it enters into Gulf of Mexico. It is 25. Ignore it. Meghna, you may ignore it. 27, 26, 29. Bas. 25 को ignore कर दो. Just ignore it up. Okay. So this number 33 Caribbean current, it enters into the Gulf of Mexico, and this number 34 is known as the Floridan current. All right. अब देखो, this is Floridan Peninsula. यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स का फ्लोरिडा स्टेट है. फ्लोरिडा स्टेट के अंदर के नीचे एक पेनिनसुला दिखेगा आपको, which I am shading as red color. This peninsula is called Floridan Peninsula. और यहाँ पे ये जो नंबर 34 आप देख रहे हो, this 34 number is known as Floridan current. So the Caribbean current enters into the Gulf of Mexico, and it is known as the Floridan current there. Is this point clear? Floridan current. ये Floridan current Gulf of Mexico से बाहर निकलता है, and it starts moving towards north. In north, can you see the number 35? Can you see number 35? Yes. So जो नंबर 35 है, it is known as Gulf Stream. It is known as Gulf Stream. All right. So see how water is getting connected. इक्वेटोरियल अटलांटिक ओशन से पानी नॉर्थ होते हुए कैरिबियन करंट के थ्रू फ्लोरिडन करंट कन्वर्ट हो जाता है गल्फ ऑफ मैक्सिको के अंदर, एंड गल्फ ऑफ मैक्सिको से ये पानी बाहर निकलता है और फिर नॉर्थ की तरफ चलता है, एंड दिस नंबर 35 इज नोन एज गल्फ स्ट्रीम. ये गल्फ स्ट्रीम फर्दर नॉर्थ की तरफ चलती है, एंड यू कैन सी द नंबर 36. दिस नंबर 36 इज नोन एज नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट. Number 36 is known as North Atlantic Drift. Can you locate number 36? Number 36 is called North Atlantic Drift. अब देखिए जो नंबर 37, not 37 per se. Let us now come to the diagram below. Okay, उसी से काम चलाना पड़ेगा. Hold on. ठीक है. So this number 36 जो है, नंबर 36 नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट आगे इंग्लैंड के इधर जाती है. दिस व्हाट इज द नेचर ऑफ द नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट? इज इट कोल्ड और वार्म? नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट सॉलिड लाइन से रिप्रेजेंटेड है. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ? यस, वेरी गुड, इट इज वार्म करंट. ये जो नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट है दोस्तों, ये जब इंग्लैंड के वहां पहुंचता है तो इंग्लैंड में बहुत ज्यादा ठंडी होने के बावजूद नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट टेक्स द हॉट वाटर टू इंग्लैंड. दिस इज इन योर डायग्राम, इन योर फिगर, दिस इज इंग्लैंड. कैन यू लोकेट इंग्लैंड? इंग्लैंड, कैन यू सी इंग्लैंड? सो दिस वार्म वाटर इज ब्रॉट बाय नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट टू इंग्लैंड. इंग्लैंड में इस वजह से एक तो पूरे साल बारिश होती है, क्योंकि नॉर्थ इक्वेटोरियल करंट इज वार्म वाटर करंट. उसके ऊपर की हवा गर्म होगी, वो मॉइस्चर एब्सॉर्ब करेगी. जब वो इंग्लैंड के अंदर एंटर करेगी दोस्तों, तो वहां पे वो ठंडी हो जाएगी और बारिश होना स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. सो इंग्लैंड, कैन यू सी दिस नाउ? संदीप, इज इट विजिबल? इंग्लैंड पार्ट. सो ये जो इंग्लैंड है, इंग्लैंड का जो वेस्टर्न कोस्ट है, वहां पे नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट गर्म पानी लेके पहुंच जाता है, जिसकी वजह से इंग्लैंड के जो हार्बर हैं, इंग्लैंड के जो पोर्ट्स हैं, ये पूरे साल खुले रहते हैं. नहीं तो ये अगर नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट नहीं होता ना दोस्तों यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ पे जितने भी पोर्ट्स और हार्बर्स हैं वो बंद हो जाते. लेकिन क्योंकि नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट जो है वो एक गर्म पानी का करंट है, वो गर्म पानी को इंग्लैंड के कोस्टल एरियाज में लेके आता है, जिसकी वजह से इंग्लैंड के कोस्टल एरियाज में बर्फ नहीं जमती और पूरे साल इंग्लैंड ट्रेड कर सकता है. पूरे साल इंग्लैंड में अच्छी बारिश होती है. ऑलराइट, इज दिस क्लियर एवरीवन? और ये जो नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट है, इट वाज रिस्पांसिबल फॉर मेकिंग ऑफ द मूवी कॉल्ड टाइटैनिक. नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट जो है वो टाइटैनिक बनने के पीछे एक बहुत बड़ा कारण है, क्योंकि जिस साल टाइटैनिक ट्रेवल कर रही थी इंग्लैंड से न्यूयॉर्क, उस साल नॉर्थ अटलांटिक ड्रिफ्ट कमजोर पड़ गया. कमजोर पड़ गया, उसकी वजह से ये जो एरिया था इसके अंदर बहुत सारी बर्फ, इस एरिया के अंदर बहुत सारी जो बर्फ है, it got accumulated. All right, getting my point? And one of the iceberg, it was hit by, and one of the iceberg, it was hit by what is basically called as Titanic, and Titanic sank. So this North Atlantic drift ka weak hona was the responsible for sinking of the Titanic. See, Titanic traveled from England towards the United States of America. Right? Can you all relate? चले आगे. So it is the North Atlantic drift which is giving extra economic advantage to England. The North Atlantic drift is giving extra economic advantage to England. चलिए, that's great. Let's go ahead now. Now, all right. So now if we pay attention to this part of your map. This is known as Labrador region. ये जो region है, it is known as Labrador. This is Labrador region. Labrador region में आप 42 नंबर देख सकते हो. This 42 number which is near the Labrador region, this 42 number is called Labrador current. 42 number is your Labrador current. Labrador current is a cold water current which is coming from Greenland. All right, which is coming from Greenland. So Greenland और Canada, this is Canada, इनके बीच में एक स्ट्रेट है पानी का जिसे बोलते हैं डेविस स्ट्रेट. डेविस स्ट्रेट से एक ठंडे पानी का करंट नीचे आ रहा है which is number 42. It is known as Labrador. So Labrador is a cold water current which is located near the Labrador region of North America. All right, और यहीं पे आप यूरोप के वहां देखिए. This is, अभी मैंने आपको इंग्लैंड दिखाया था. This is इंग्लैंड. इंग्लैंड से नीचे यूरोप की तरफ एक ठंडे पानी का करंट आ रहा है which is number 45. It is known as Canaries current. It is known as Canaries current, which is a cold water current in Atlantic Ocean. Is this point clear to all of you? Are these ocean currents understandable? Canaries is a cold water current coming from north to south. ठीक है? All right. ये करंट्स आपके एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इंपॉर्टेंट हैं. इसके अलावा आई डोंट थिंक सो दे आर गोइंग टू आस्क यू अदर इंपॉर्टेंट करंट्स. फिर भी यहाँ आप आ जाइए कैलिफोर्निया वाली साइड. इफ यू कम टू द कैलिफोर्निया साइड you will see number 44. Can you see number 44 everyone? This is known as Californian current. Number 44 is Californian current. और क्योंकि ये नॉर्थ से साउथ आ रहा है, it is cold water current in Pacific Ocean. And because it is a cold water current in the western coast of North America, you are going to find important deserts like Death Valley. You are going to find deserts like Mojave. You are going to find deserts like Shua Shua. You are going to find deserts like Sonoran. All right. Number 45 is Canaries. Here, अगर ये नॉर्थ अमेरिका है, if this is नॉर्थ अमेरिका, तो उसके जस्ट अपोजिट आपको क्या देखने को मिलेगा? यूरोप. यूरोप के वेस्टर्न कोस्ट के साथ साथ में ठंडा पानी ऊपर से नीचे आता है which is known as Canaries current, which is number 45. ये इंपॉर्टेंट ओशन करंट्स हैं डिफरेंट ओशंस के अंदर which you have to remember. Is it done everyone? Can we move to the next map? I hope you got the important ocean currents marked. I will send this PDF to you all so that you can look at there also. Now let us संदीप, important deserts के नाम भी आगे आएंगे हैं. अभी एक और मैप हम करेंगे important deserts का, उसके अंदर आपको नाम पता चल जाएगा और you will relate कि कौन से डेजर्ट के साथ कौन सा ओशन करंट है. ऑलराइट, वी विल लुक एट दैट टाइम. कोई बात नहीं नविता, 2-3 बार इस डायग्राम को देखोगे, यू विल अप्रिशिएट इट. वेस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन करंट. वेस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन करंट इज 25. मेघना, वेस्ट ऑस्ट्रेलियन करंट इज 25. इसीलिए मैंने आपको अटलांटिक में 25 कैंसिल करवा दिया. देयर इज नथिंग 25 इन अटलांटिक. चलिए, now we are going to look into important straits in the world. Here it is Californian. 44 is Californian current. अब मैंने आपका past year paper देखा है और past year paper में they have asked you questions from, in the past year question paper they have asked you questions from important straits. They have asked you to arrange them north to south, right? So we are going to look into it. Now let us look at some of the important straits. मैं आपको straits, बहुत सारी straits हैं इस map के अंदर. You don't have to remember all these straits. You don't have to remember these straits. I will make sure that you do the straits which are important from your examination point of view. Hold on. All right. Okay. Now, this is Greenland. This is Greenland, right? This is North America. This is North America का Canada वाला region. Between Greenland and Canada, there is a strait. Strait is a narrow, जो strait होती है, strait is nothing but it is a narrow stretch of water that connect two big water bodies. दो बड़ी water bodies को connect करने वाला जो नैरो पैसेज ऑफ वाटर होता है उसको आप बोलते हो स्ट्रेट. ये 7वीं 8वीं की ज्योग्राफी की डेफिनेशन है which I think you all remember. Strait is nothing but it is a narrow stretch of water that connect two large water bodies. Now you can see number 1. Number 1 is a strait which is important from your examination point of view. It is located between Canada and Greenland. This strait is known as Davis Strait. This strait is known as Davis Strait. D-A-V-I-S. Davis Strait. Davis Strait is the largest strait in the world. Davis Strait is the largest strait in the world. All right. So Davis Strait is the largest strait in the world. Greenland के west जो ग्रीनलैंड का वेस्टर्न कोस्ट है वहां पे आपको डेविस स्ट्रेट देखने को मिलेगा और जो ग्रीनलैंड का ईस्टर्न कोस्ट है which is number 2, this is known as Denmark Strait. This is known as Denmark Strait. देखो डेनमार्क ये आइसलैंड है और ये ग्रीनलैंड है. यहाँ पे डेनमार्क नहीं है लेकिन फिर भी नंबर 2 का नाम डेनमार्क क्यों रखा है? Why is number 2 named as Denmark? Can anyone tell me quickly? ये ग्रीनलैंड और आइसलैंड के बीच में है लेकिन फिर भी इस स्ट्रेट का नाम डेनमार्क क्यों है? मेघना, आइसलैंड इज द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ डेनमार्क. नो कैप्टन अमेरिका, आइसलैंड इज ऑल टुगेदर अ फ्री कंट्री. आइसलैंड इज अंडर डेनमार्क. नहीं. ड्रॉप दी. ग्रीनलैंड का क्या है? ग्रीनलैंड वाज एक्चुअली ग्रीनलैंड इज स्टिल अ टेरिटरी ऑफ डेनमार्क. सो ग्रीनलैंड जो है इट इज अ टेरिटरी ऑफ डेनमार्क. And because of this particular reason, that's right, that's correct, Dr. Rashna and Dropdi, you are correct, that Denmark is the country that owns Greenland. So Denmark or Iceland के बीच में है Denmark Strait. Remember this thing. It is a confusing statement. They will tell you what strait is between Iceland and Greenland. Number 1, Iceland Strait, Davis Strait, Greenland Strait or Denmark Strait. क्योंकि if you do not recognize Denmark is a colony of no Sandeep, Iceland is altogether independent country. Greenland is the territory of Denmark and because of this reason you name this water passage as Denmark Strait. चले आगे. चलिए. Now next important strait from your examination point of view is number 15. Number 15. All right, this number 15 on your screen, can you see it is between Iberian Peninsula of Europe and Africa. This is Africa, right? And this peninsula is Iberian Peninsula. Iberian Peninsula consists of 2 countries of Europe. One is Spain and second is Portugal. All right, so this is Iberian Peninsula. Iberian Peninsula और अफ्रीका के बीच में एक स्ट्रेट है जो आपके अटलांटिक ओशन को मेडिटेरेनियन ओशन के साथ जोड़ता है. Can you tell me what is the name of number 15? Very good, Dropti, that's correct. It is the Strait of Gibraltar. Number 15 is the Strait of Gibraltar that connect the Mediterranean Sea with Atlantic Ocean. Number 15 is Strait of Gibraltar. It is between Portugal and Morocco. It is between Portugal and Morocco. 16 वो 15 काट दो, जो 16 के ऊपर 15 दे रखा है उसे काट दो. एक ही 15 को हमें करना है जिब्राल्टर. This is important to understand. Number 15 is Gibraltar. Then can you see number 22? Can you see number 22? I have just circled it. All right. This number 22. Can you tell me what is the name of this strait? Can you name what is the strait number 22? It is very important from world history point of view. This strait is known as no, not Malacca, not Cyprus, no. तेजिंदर बॉस्फोरस इसके ऊपर वाली है. इस बॉस्फोरस के नीचे कौन सी है? जो 23 है तेजिंदर, that is बॉस्फोरस. BOSPOROUS. Bosphorus is number 23. Actually, number 23 nahi hai. Sorry, pardon me. Oh, number 23 is not to be done. Number 23 kato. In number 22 hai, it consists of, very good Tejinder, correct. It consists of two things. Number 22, it consists of two straits. नीचे एक स्ट्रेट है और एक स्ट्रेट ऊपर है. जो नीचे वाली स्ट्रेट है उसका नाम है डार्डेनल्स. DARDANELLES. Dardanelles. Dardanelles connect Aegean Sea. Dardanelles connect Aegean Sea with Sea of Marmara. भाई ये याद रखना, डार्डेनल्स बहुत जरूरी है, आपके वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री में सवाल आता है इसका. ऑलराइट. एजियन सी विच इज अ सी इन मेडिटेरेनियन ओशन, उसको कनेक्ट करता है किसके साथ में? सी ऑफ मरमरा सी, और यू कैन से सी ऑफ मरमरा. दिस इज डार्डेनल्स. और डार्डेनल्स से थोड़ा सा ऊपर देयर इज अनदर स्ट्रेट, एंड दैट स्ट्रेट इज बॉस्फोरस स्ट्रेट. Bosphorus Strait. Bosphorus Strait connect Sea of Marmara with Black Sea. With Black Sea. All right. This is your Bosphorus Strait. So ये 22 नंबर आपके वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाता है. This number 22 यहाँ पे एजियन सी है. एजियन सी को कनेक्ट करता है सी ऑफ मरमरा के साथ, और फिर बॉस्फोरस स्ट्रेट है वो कनेक्ट करता है सी ऑफ मरमरा को आपका ब्लैक सी के साथ में. इज दिस पॉइंट क्लियर? और ज्यादा आप स्ट्रेट नहीं याद रख सको तो एटलीस्ट बॉस्फोरस और डार्डेनल्स जरूर याद रखना. अब आ जाइए एशिया की तरफ. एशिया की तरफ आपको नंबर 24 देखने को मिलेगा. नंबर 24 इज नॉन एज, कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज नंबर 24? नंबर 24 दैट कनेक्ट्स अरेबियन सी विद पर्शियन सी. पर्शियन गल्फ को अरेबियन सी के साथ कौन कनेक्ट करता है? जल्दी बताइए. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज बहुत सारा पेट्रोलियम और नेचुरल गैस यहां से निकलती है. दिस इज पर्शियन गल्फ. जो ये रेड वाला एरिया में बना रहा हूं, दिस इज पर्शियन गल्फ. पर्शियन गल्फ को, वेरी गुड रश्मीन, दैट्स राइट मेघना, इट इज नोन एज स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मूज. HORMUZ, हॉर्मूज. ये किसको कनेक्ट करता है? ये पर्शियन गल्फ को कनेक्ट करता है अरेबियन सी के साथ. ऑलराइट. पर्शियन गल्फ इज कनेक्टेड टू अरेबियन सी बाय स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मूज. ठीक है. नाउ इफ यू लुक एट नंबर 25, नंबर 25, रेड सी इज कनेक्टेड with this region which is known as Gulf of Aden. All right. Number 25 connect Red Sea with Gulf of Aden, and number 25 is named as, can anyone tell me? No, Jyoti, it's not Suez Canal. Red Sea को Gulf of Aden के साथ number 25 connect करता है. It is known as Bab al-Mandeb. Bab al-Mandeb. Another very important strait, Bab al-Mandeb. You cannot forget Bab al-Mandeb. Very good, Rashmi. Strait of Bab al-Mandeb. It connects Red Sea with Gulf of Aden. It connects Red Sea with Gulf of Aden. Now, यहाँ पे एक country located है जिसका नाम है मोज़ेम्बिक, और ये जो island है इसका नाम है मेडागास्कर. मोज़ेम्बिक और मेडागास्कर के बीच में जो पानी की बॉडी है वो नंबर 26 से रिप्रेजेंटेड है. कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट इज नंबर 26? कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज नंबर 26? It is known as Mozambique Channel. It is known as Mozambique Channel. All right. So Mozambique Channel separates, or you can say it separates Mozambique from Madagascar, or Mozambique Channel is between Madagascar and Mozambique. Is this point clear? Let us now come to number 27. Dosto, number 27, it is located in the southern part of India. Number 25, Bab al Mandeb. Here, number 25, Bab al Mandeb. BAB-AL-MANDEB. Bab al Mandeb. Very good, Navita. That's correct. Park Strait. Bab al Mandeb. All right, here 25 is Bab al Mandeb. 27 जो इंडिया के साउथ में लोकेटेड है, it is known as Park Strait. Very good. Number 27 is Park Strait. संदीप 26 कनेक्ट नहीं करता, 26 सेपरेट करता है मोजाम्बिक और मेडागास्कर को. All right, 26 separates Mozambique, which is a land area, and Madagascar, which is another land area. और उसके बीच में जो channel है, it is known as Mozambique Channel. 27 is Park Strait, P-A-L-K, Park Strait. It separates India and Sri Lanka. Now, if you look at this number 34, this is number 34. 34 is very important from your geopolitical point of view. Can anyone tell me what is the name of 34? Very good, Harman, that's Malacca. M-A-L-A-C-C-A, Malacca Strait. Malacca Strait is very important from your geopolitical point of view. Let me tell you why. Dekho, this is Persian Gulf. This is Persian Gulf. पर्शियन गल्फ से चाइना अपनी सारी एनर्जी रिसोर्सेज लेकर ये मलाक्का स्ट्रेट के थ्रू साउथ चाइना सी से होते हुए चाइना लेके जाता है. अफ्रीका से जितना भी रिसोर्स है वो चाइना यहाँ से पिक करता है, इंडियन ओशन के थ्रू, मलाक्का स्ट्रेट के थ्रू अगेन वो चाइना लेकर जाता है. राइट नाउ अगर कल चाइना ने 10 to कुछ करी, चाइना ने कुछ पंगे किए, चाइना ने हमारी चैन की नींद हराम करी, तो हम क्या करेंगे? हम इंडोनेशिया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, जापान और यूएसए, ऑलराइट, एंड इंडिया, ये यहां पे नाका लगा देंगे और चाइना को बोलेंगे यू विल गेट नो एक्सेस टू मलाक्का स्ट्रेट. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर रीजन चाइना इज वेरी वल्नरेबल. तो चाइना इस मलाक्का स्ट्रेट को बाईपास करने के लिए, चाइना मलाक्का स्ट्रेट को बाईपास करने के लिए ग्वादर पोर्ट डेवलप कर रहा है और ग्वादर पोर्ट में चाइना पाकिस्तान इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर बना के सारा रिसोर्सेज चाइना ले जाना चाहता है. सो इट डू नॉट वांट टू, सो इंस्टेड ऑफ इट्स डिपेंडेंस अपॉन मलाक्का स्ट्रेट, यहाँ से चाइना अपना सारा रूट पाकिस्तान के थ्रू बाय रोड एंड रेलवेज चाइना पाकिस्तान इकोनॉमिक कॉरिडोर के थ्रू चाइना में ले जाएगा. Is this point clear? This is Malacca Strait. And one last strait that is important, this is number, क्या देना है इसको? इसको number 36 दे दो. This strait is known as Bering Strait. B-A-I-R-N-G. B-E-A-R-I-N-G, Bering Strait. ये 10-12 स्ट्रेट हैं जो आपको एग्जाम में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, याद रखनी है. They can ask you to arrange them. They can ask you to arrange them in north-south direction. All right. They might ask you what water bodies they connect. All right. They can ask you the longest strait, which is Malacca. They can ask you the largest strait, that is Davis. They might ask you the strait joining Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, that is Bab al Mandeb. They can ask you the strait joining Gulf of Persia along with Arabian Sea, that is Strait of Hormuz. They can ask you the strait joining Sea of Marmara and Aegean Sea, that becomes your state of Strait of Dardanelles, Sea of Marmara and Black Sea is Strait of Bosporus. They can ask you what strait connects the Andaman Sea with South China Sea. Malacca Strait. Andaman Sea to South China Sea is Malacca Strait. All right. I hope it is clear to all of you. These straits are important from your examination point of view. Is it clear? Gwadar will be way more economical and will all the loans burn. That's right, sir. That's accepted. Perfectly accepted. अब देखिए, important passes of India. All right. Important passes of India. ये स्ट्रेट्स इतनी ही करनी है, ठीक है? मैं बहुत ज्यादा क्रूर इंसान नहीं हूं, मैं आपको इतनी सारी स्ट्रेट्स नहीं करूंगा कि आप पजल हो जाओ. So we are just doing these many states only. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Now we are going to talk about important passes. Passes इस बार बहुत सारा इशू चल रहा है इंडिया चाइना के ऊपर. तो इंडिया चाइना के बीच में जितने passes हैं वो आप अच्छे से याद करना. Passes का ये खाली मैप आप लोगों के लिए है. I have already practiced during my time of preparation. तो मैं आपको important passes बता देता हूँ. So let us first look at the passes of Jammu and Kashmir. All right. So there is a pass which you will find in your sheet with the name K. This pass is Khunjerab Pass. Khungerab. Khunjerab. All right. ये चलो यहीं पे मार्क करेंगे. होल्ड करो. ये पासेस क्योंकि इंडिया के हैं, it is very important that you prepare them well. All right, just a minute, hold on. Yeah, so let's do it. If you look at Jammu and Kashmir, the passes, this is Khunjerab, Khungerab, Khunjerab Pass. All right, this is Khunjerab. Then near under Khunjerab there is A. This is Aghil, Aghil, Aghil Pass, Aghil, Aghil Pass. Aghil Pass के नीचे एक और K आपको देखने को मिल रहा है. This is Karakoram. Very good, Navita. It is Karakoram Pass. Perfectly fine. Karakoram. Right? So this is Khunjerab. Khunjerab के नीचे है Aghil. Aghil के नीचे है Karakoram. All right. Then after this, you can see another pass in China occupied Kashmir, which is L. ये है Lanakla. Lank, Lanakla. La means pass. La basically means pass. So Lanakla, Karakoram, Aghil, Khunjerab. Is this clear to you all? फिर यहाँ पे आपको एक B देखने को मिलेगा. This B is Burzil. Burzil. Burzil Pass. All right. This Burzil Pass is in Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Now there is a pass which is named as P. This is Pir Panjal. This is Pir Panjal Pass. This P is Pir Panjal Pass. Then you will see another B here. This pass is known as Benihal. Pass is nothing but it is a gap. Pass is nothing but it is a gap between the mountains. All right? Clear everyone? What is a pass? Pass is a gap between the mountains through which you can transport goods and people. You will not be required to climb the mountains. All right? So Benihal Pass is located again in southern Kashmir. Then next, you will find from, if you can see this Z stands for Zojila. 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 All right. Then you can see a U, it is Umasi Pass. Then you can see a K, it is Khardungla. Khardungla. Can you tell me the world's highest motorable part? That's right, Mandeep. Banihal Tunnel is there in Banihal Pass. Can you tell me which is the world's highest motorable pass? Yes, that's right. It is Khardungla. Khardungla is the correct answer. All right, Khardungla. That's perfectly correct. Now you will see a C here. This C stands for Chorbat Pass. CHORBAT. Chorbat. जो आपको याद नहीं रखना, ठीक है, इसको इग्नोर कर दो. चौरबत को इग्नोर कर सकते हो आप. What you have to remember is Khunjerab, Aghil, Karakoram, Khardungla, Lanakla. All right. Then you will have to understand Pir Panjal, Benihal, and Zojila. These are important from your examination perspective. Then if you see further, जो चाइना ऑक्यूपाइड कश्मीर है उसमें दो पास और हैं, C and J. जिस C stands for Chengla, 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 and this J stands for Jarala, JARALA, Jarala. All right, is it clear? Umasi is not so important from your examination point of view. Here, Umasi is not important from your examination point of view. Z, Sandeep, stands for Zojila. ZOJILA, Zojila. Then if you look at I is a pass in Himachal Pradesh between India and China. This is known as Imisla. IMISLA, Imisla. This S is Shipkila. Shipkila. At least you know the passes between India and China. Then you will see a T. This is ये जो T है, it is Thagala. Yes, Thagala. THAGA, Thagala. All right. This N is Niti Pass. Niti Pass. All right. S is for Shipkila. C is for Chengla. देखो इंडिया और चाइना के बीच के पासेस हैं लनकला, चेंगला, जाराला, इमिसला, शिपकिला, थागाला, नीति पास. Is this point clear? Niti Pass. Then there is another pass called Lipu Lake. LIPULEKH. Lipu Lake. Lipu Lake. There is another pass between India and China. It is Mana Pass. MANAPASS. Mana Pass. So the important passes between India. Yes, here is Lipu Lake where there is dispute. Lipu Lake India China के बीच का पास है जो नेपाल कह रहा है कि this is our part. All right, this Lipu Lake has been in the news because of Nepal's claim. Is this point clear, everyone? ठीक है. Let us now move to Sikkim. In Sikkim, you will see there is one N. This is Nathula. Another hot area between India and China, Nathula. Then there is a J that you can see. It is Jelepla. Jelepla, Nathula. All right. Then you will see BL here. This is known as Bumla. BUMLA, Bumla. It is in Arunachal Pradesh. This BDL, it is Bumdila. BUMDILA. एक बमला है, एक बमडीला है. Bumla is between Arunachal Pradesh and China. Bumdila is in the interior of Arunachal Pradesh. Then you will see a T here, which is between Arunachal Pradesh and China. It is Tunga Pass. It is Tunga. TUNGA, Tunga. Then you will see a pass named as Y. It is known as Yong Gyap. Gyap. Gyap is pass. The name is Yong Pass or Gyap. All right. Then you will find a D here. There is a D. This D is Dipu. Diphu. Dipu Pass. All right. Then there is a K which is located here. This K is Kumjawati. Kumjawati. Kumjawati Pass. All right. And lastly, there is a P that you can see. This P is actually Pansu. Isko chhod do. Do not focus upon this P. So Kumjawati is between India and Myanmar. Dipu Lake is between India and Myanmar. Yongyap is between Arunachal and China. Tunga is between Arunachal and China. Bamla is between Arunachal and China. Zelepla is between Sikkim and China. Nathula is between Sikkim and China. I hope these passes are clear to all of you. ये border के passes बहुत जरूरी हैं. You have to remember the border passes that India shares with its neighboring countries. So with Pakistan, you will see Khunjerab, Agil and Karakoram. With China, you will see Lanakla, Changla, Jarala, Emisla. Then there is Manas. So there is Mana and एक और है. ये R रह गया था. This is Rani So. Rani So Pass, Manala, Shipkila, Thagala, Niti Pass, Lipu Lake, Jelepla, Bamla, Tunga Pass, Yongyap and Dipu Lake. These are with China. Yes, Navita, Rani So is with China. Rohtang is in the interior. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा आप राजस्थान के देखो, ये जो जीजी लिखा हुआ है, it is Goran Ghat. Goran Ghat. Goran Ghat. All right. Then you will see is AP ko chodo, not required. This TG is Thala Ghat. TG is Thala Ghat. BJ is Bala Ghat. Then you come to Tamil Nadu. This is Pala Ghat. And this is Shenkota. Shenkota Pass, Palaghat Pass, Thalaghat Pass, Balaghat Pass, Goran Ghat. ये इंडिया के इंटीरियर में है. बाकी जो इंटरनेशनल passes हैं, you will have to remember. Trust me, you will not find it difficult. They are very easy. You will be able to recall them quite quickly and easily. It's not that difficult. All right. Tamil Nadu, जो संदीप Tamil Nadu के passes हैं, they are Palaghat and Shenkota. Tamil Nadu के passes जो हैं, they are Palaghat and Shenkota. I will share with you all this particular PDF जिसके अंदर ये जो नीचे passes हैं ये भी दे रखे हैं आपको. All right. ठीक है. Let's go ahead now. Now this is the map of important deserts. You will see there are 40-50 deserts. You don't have to remember all of them. मैं इसके अंदर मार्क कर रहा हूं, सिर्फ वो वाले deserts आपको करने हैं from your examination point of view. For example, Death Valley. You have to remember Death Valley. M से Mojave Desert या Mojave Desert. नहीं, Balaghat. No. Balaghat, Vikram, is located in Rajasthan. ठीक है. Important deserts of the world. United States में Death Valley. United States में Mojave, M. And United States में there is Shua Desert. CHIHUA. ची हुआ नहीं होता ये. It is known as Shua. CHIHUA. These three are located in the United States of America, and these three are created by a cold water current coming from north along its western margin. This is basically known as the Californian current. So because of the Californian current, you will be able to identify that it has resulted into some of the deserts in the western coast of United States of America. It include Death Valley, Shuashua, Sonoran, Mojave, and Painted Desert. So in North America, you have to remember three deserts: Mojave, Death Valley, and Shuashua. Can you do that? तीन deserts North America में Mojave, Death Valley, and Shuashua. Now we are going to see the deserts of South America. In South America, because of the Peruvian or Humboldt current, you will see Atacama Desert. You will see Atacama Desert. This is Atacama Desert. This is the Atacama Desert we were talking about, which has been created due to Peruvian current. All right, fine. I am marking them red, जो आपको याद रखना है. चलिए. Now in South America, the second important desert that you have to remember is Patagonia. जो Patagonia desert है, it has been formed due to two cold water currents. In the west, it is the Peruvian current or the Humboldt current, and in the east, it is what is called the Falkland current. In the east, it is the Falkland current. These two deserts you have to remember in South America. Let's now come to Africa. In Africa, एक desert जो आपको याद रखना है वो है Namibian desert. All right. If you remember, in one of the classes, I told you to go at your home and look at the coast of Namibia. So you will find that at one side there is ocean, and just adjacent to ocean there are sand dunes. All right, there are sand dunes. This desert is called Namibian desert. और Namibian desert के पास में ही you will find Kalahari desert. Kalahari desert spread through three countries: Namibia, Botswana, and South America. All right. So this Kalahari desert, Kalahari desert passes through three countries. It is Namibia, Botswana, and South Africa. All right. So Kalahari के just पास में Namibian desert, can you see? फिर there is a desert named as S&D. This S&D is nothing but it is the Sahara desert. So Sahara desert you have to remember. All right. So these three deserts of Africa are sufficient from your examination point of view: Saharan, Namibian, and Kalahari. इससे ज़्यादा आपको नहीं करना. Then if you come to Asia, in Asia you will see there is Thar desert, T. There is a Thar desert in India. Then you will see there is a Gobi desert. There is a Gobi desert, Gobi, Gobi desert. Can you see that? All right. Gobi desert, then Thar. All right. In China में there is a place called TB. This TB stands for Tarim Basin. Sorry. This TB, it stands for Turfan Basin. ये China में है. This TB is in China. Gobi is in Mongolia. All right. Asia में you have to just remember these 2-3 deserts: Thar, Tarim Basin. All right. Thar, Tarim Basin, Turfan Basin, and Gobi. Turfan Basin and Tarim Basin, they are in China. Gobi is in Mongolia. ये देखो मैंने सर्कल कर रखा है. Tarim Basin TB and Turfan Basin TB. They both are in China. This is Thar, and Gobi desert is there in Mongolia. So these 4 deserts of Asia are sufficient. अब आ जाओ आप Australia. In Australia, you will find the Great Sandy Desert. You will find a Great Sandy Desert. You will find the Gibson Desert. You will find you will find the Simpson Desert. All right, these deserts are due to the West Australian current, which is cold. The Great Sandy Desert, the Gibson Desert, and the Simpson Desert. ये तीन desert आपको याद रखने हैं of Australia. So out of so many deserts that you can see in your diagram, you have to handfully remember 5, 6, or at max 10 names. These 10 names are Mojave, Death Valley, and Shua Shua in North America, Atacama, Patagonia in South America, Namibia, Kalahari, and Sahara in Africa, and then Gobi, Tarim, Turfan, and Thar in Asia, and Gibson, Great Sandy Desert, and Simpson, Simpson, Simpson Desert, Gibson Desert, and Great Sandy Desert. All right, hardly 10 names of deserts that you have to remember. All right, everyone, is this one clear to you all? All right, अब देखो ये पेनिनसुला का मैप है. Here you will be looking at the peninsula. Peninsula में आपको Alaskan Peninsula का थोड़ा देखो, Peninsula आप avoid कर दो. You can avoid it completely. All right, they are not going to ask you where is this peninsula located. It's not easy to remember. आपको desert का, straits का, ocean currents का map और passes का map पता होना चाहिए. Now you know there is a person called the father of Green Revolution in Punjab. Can you tell me who is known as the father of Green Revolution in Punjab? Who is known as the father? Very good, Captain America. It is MS Randhawa. So I had a map of MS Randhava's classification of India in terms of agricultural regions. Basically, agriculture and cropping, it is part of your human geography, which will be taken up from Saturday onwards by Vivek sir. So, but because I had this map, so I have this map that classify the agricultural regions of India according to MS Randhava. So I wanted to share with you all. So if you see this first region, if you can see the first region, which is the hilly areas of Uttarakhand, Himachal, and Jammu and Kashmir, this region is named by MS Randhawa as temperate Himalayan region, which is important for orchard farming. Orchard farming means यहाँ पे फलों के बागान लगाए जाते हैं. So the first region that has been classified as the agricultural region by the father of Green Revolution in Punjab, MS Randhawa. All right. So this region number 1, it is named as the temperate Himalayan region, which is good for orchard farming. Is this point clear to all of you? Orchard farming के लिए recommended है ये number 1 region. Number 1 का ही एक extension आपको north east में दिखेगा. In the northeastern Himalayan region. So according to MS Randhawa sir, this is good for cultivation of tea and rice. Is it clear to all of you? There is some part in Sikkim also. So Sikkim and Arunachal, it is good for growing tea and rice. Number 1, that is Himachal, Jammu and Kashmir, and Uttarakhand. It is good for orchard farming. Is it clear to all of you? Right? Now, the second region that you can see that consists of states like Madhya Pradesh, Eastern Western Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Punjab and Haryana. This region is known as the wheat region according to MS Randhawa. All right, this region is known as the wheat region. This is number 2 region of the country. Number 3 is the rice region, which receives good amount of rainfall, that consists of Eastern Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, all right, Chhattisgarh and West Bengal, as well as Assam, Meghalaya, and Tripura, as well as few other northeastern states. All right. Captain, that is predominantly पंजाब. वो पंजाब का जो minute level पे वो आपको पंजाब के उसमें करना है. All right. ये मैं आपको broad classification दे रहा हूँ that what should be grown in India according to MS Randhawa at what place. So in the hilly areas of north, you will grow orchards. In the hilly areas of east, you are going to grow tea and rice. In western India, you are going to grow wheat. In the eastern India, you are going to grow rice. Now, this part of the country, which is marked by the peninsular plateau, it is good for growing of coarse grains. Jawar, bajra, all right? Coarse grain ke liye, it is good. And if you talk about the coastal areas are good for rice. RICE. The coastal areas are good for rice. All right. So this way, MS Randhawa sir has divided the country into 5 parts. All right. Into the 5 parts. The first part is the northern Himalayan regions as well as eastern Himalayan region. The second is the wheat region. Third is the rice region. Fourth is the coarse grain region. And fifth, which is basically the coastal region, it is good for rice as well as plantation crop. Is this clear to all of you? Is this point clear to you all? And are people with me? Oh, they are great. Good. So with this, I will close the session. Isse zyada, I don't think so we'll be able to take up in our brain. If I'll find coming and interacting with you some other maps, तो विवेक सर की क्लासेस में बीच में कभी कभी मैं आ जाया करूंगा. I'll be looking into if something additional has to be taught to you from physical geography. From Saturday onwards आपका geography का एक बहुत heavy component start हो रहा है जिसका नाम है human geography. One thing I must make clear to all of you, though we did a great deal of physical geography that is mentioned in your syllabus, I found that a lot of questions in your syllabus come from human geography. You cannot take human geography lightly in your PCS exam. So from Saturday onwards, you will have to be more vigilant in you will have to be more vigilant in your geography syllabus, because in prelims in Punjab PCS, a lot of questions are asked. A lot of questions are actually asked from human geography dimension. Is this point clear to all of you? Today, yesterday's PDF and today's PDF, you will be getting these PDF today itself. I will send right now just after the class to Bhavna ma'am and she will send it into the group. I will close the session now. Sandeep, जो Simpson Desert है, वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया, वो मैंने मार्क कर रखा है PDF में, आपको दिख जाएगा. You need not worry there. Yes, Ravinder, it is correct. Punjab is an exception जहाँ पे physical geography is little less important than human geography. I will not say it is not important. It is little less important than human geography. Human geography से बहुत questions पूछे हैं पंजाब PCS के अंदर पिछले 3 साल में. All right? But physical geography in mains become very important. Ulta hai mains mein. In mains, physical geography becomes important. In prelims, it is human geography. All right, everyone. So let's close the session here now. In between, you may find in a couple of classes where if I'll feel like where I will feel like an intervention and talk with you people about some topics. Soil is a part of human resource. Soil is not human resource. Soil is a part of human geography. Soil, crop, agriculture, resource, industries, plantation, cropping, all these things will be taken care by your Vishal sir, Vivek sir. All right. Parampreet, Nakula and Nathula, I think we have covered in one of the current affairs classes 2 months back. If you could scan through YouTube, it would be great. Otherwise, you can always contact me. Naini Navita, it's not like this. It is not like this. He is expert in human geography. All right, so you should trust that he is going to like cover it in the best of possible manners. All right. Rakesh says, sir, no cold current near India, then Thar desert क्यों develop हुआ? बताओ दोस्तों, Thar desert क्यों develop हुआ? Despite there is no cold water current in India. बताता हूँ मेघना, बताता हूँ. I'll tell you. हाँ, very good, Sarpreet. That is right. It is Aravali's. The Aravali's are parallel to the Saurashtra branch of monsoon, जिसकी वजह से बहुत बारिश नहीं होती. All right, because वहां पे बहुत बारिश नहीं होती, वो एरिया सूखा रह जाता है. That is right. Monsoon की हवा नहीं पहुंच पाती वहां पे. That's right. Is it clear? Is it clear, Rakesh? The monsoon winds cannot shed because the Aravallis are parallel to the direction of the motion of the winds. All right? ठीक है. Important mountain ranges done. Captain America map के through, I'll make sure that it will be done. That's right. Okay. So in your basically Telegram group, did Ratsa send you some message? In Telegram group, did Ratsa send you some message about somebody meeting with accident? Meghna has asked me. Actually, there was a incident that took place outside the parking. There was some. It was a basically family problem that was there. So the lady and the husband, they were not in good terms with each other. They both wanted divorce. There was some extramarital affair there involved, and it resulted into the lady and her brother attempting murder upon the culprit or the victim, who is right now in hospital. So by God's grace, he's alive. But one thing is clear, friends, that be safe. I mean, the level of violence in the country is really going up. I don't know what is happening and what control measures can be taken into place. All I can say is that suraksha mein hi bachao hai. You should all be safe. I'm not pointing to any particular gender per se. It is equally true. It is equally true. Saturday, Sandeep. It is equally true for both males and females. It's not that the crime against women alone is going up, even the crime against male is also going up. People are losing their patience, people are becoming frustrated even on a very small issue. Children are becoming frustrated, people are losing their jobs, unemployment is there, there is no surety of income, employment, people are taking to committing crimes. Things are deteriorating. There's no denying in this fact. We can only hope that things do not go beyond a particular limit. So, in these turbulent times, rather than facing a crime, it's better to avoid a crime. And for that, I would suggest you all to be safe and just focus upon your preparation. जिस दिन ग्रुप ए जॉब आपके हाथ में होगी, कोई आपको हाथ लगाने का सोच भी नहीं सकता, right? Am I right? So just work for your dream. Just try to acquire that power in your hand. There is a TV series on Netflix or even in I don't know कौन से channel पे आती थी. इसका नाम है Suits, SUITS. So there is a lawyer there, Henry, right? So he says that I pity the people who run after money, because power cannot be acquired by money, but all you can enjoy by money you can enjoy by power. देखो मैं I'm not talking in ethical sense. I am talking today to you people in practical sense. Many people say कि सब motivation नहीं आ रही. Motivation, all right? Yeah, HBO. That's right, Sandeep. Motivation के लिए से बड़ी motivation क्या होगी आपके पास कि आज जो आप इतने vulnerable हो. I'm saying if you are a common mango arm janta of this country, you are vulnerable. I am vulnerable, you are vulnerable. We all who do not have this power in our hand, we all are vulnerable. And the best way to come out of this vulnerability is cracking this group A service that will ensure that you will have some kind of power in your hand. If you end up being an SDM, tremendous power. If you end up being a DSP, tremendous power. If you end up being a Tehsildar, good amount of power. Even ETO, VTO, anything, BDPO, you will be having good amount of power in your hand. Nobody can even think about, touching you at the first place. So you have an opportunity, try to grasp it, be motivated. Why do you think that you need a source of motivation when motivation is there around you in the society itself? Many people fight this exam. So Captain America says, but sir, Group A and Group B are governed by corrupt politicians. How can we serve the people? See, Captain America, it is you who are going to allow to get yourself corrupt. If you are a person of a strong resolute, you will be better insulated. If you are a person who want to exercise influence, तो आप लक्षण दिखा दोगे कि आपको करप्ट किया जा सकता है. अगर आपने स्टार्टिंग से ही एक रोबस्ट पोस्चर मेंटेन करके रखा है, तो क्या हो गया अगर आपको कोई फॉरवर्ड डिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं मिली? People try to, be sycophants and bootlickers for politicians to get posting in the best of the districts. All right? To get best of the postings. Lekin suppose karo, if you get a SDM, you don't get SDM in Mohali, but you get SDM in one of the backward areas of Punjab. Don't you think that you are better blessed there to work for the welfare of the people? What was your primary aim to get into services? Am I right? SDM is SDM. You be SDM in Mohali, you be SDM in Fazilka, you be SDM in any random subdivision of the state. You are an SDM. You will do your duty. You don't get corrupt. Zabardasti to fasayenge nahi aapko, aur fasa bhi diya to judiciary is always there. Be rest assured. So you will have to have it a very cool, calm, quiet posture without any kind of malefic intentions. Just prepare for your dream. Get power in your hand. Make yourself self-sufficient. Make yourself away from any kind of vulnerabilities. Agar aap bureaucrat bane, it is not only you who will get your destiny changed. You are going to get your near and dear one's destiny also changed. Trust me, you will realize once you clear this exam. All right, everyone. So I think that it's enough of lecture as of now, but be motivated. Thank you, Sandeep. All right, be motivated and just crack this exam. That's all we can expect. All right, so I'll take your leave now. See you soon with some other engagement. And yes, if I'll have something to discuss with you, I'll do that. Thank you, Abhijit. Happy Gandhi Jayanti and the other day as well to you all. Okay, thank you. Bye. Yeah, it was a pleasure teaching you all. It was great. Bye, everyone. Take care. Good night. Be safe. And you may ask me all your doubts, whatever you want. All right. Bye.